Good morning, everybody. Here I am this morning, and all I'm doing actually is coloring because I woke up again. I woke up, and so I decided to color because I haven't colored in a while, and I miss coloring. But I want to tell you about this company too. I want to tell you a couple things. But this company that I sometimes go buy from, let me see what it's called. Just a minute. Stamping Scrapping. It's in Cedar Springs, Michigan. Stamping Scrapping. That's where I go there sometimes and look see what they have on sale. And this company is going out of business. So they had this they're going out of business, so every week I think they put something new, something different on 50% off or more because they're cleaning out their 33,000 things that they have. And so they had these little stamps. They're so cute. Um, Santoro, London. They're gorgeous girls. They are. It says here gorgeous. Gorjuss. And they had them on 50% off. So I tried to figure out which one I liked the best. And I liked all of them the best. So Elizabeth Marie misbehaved. She got Holly. She got I Love You Little Rabbit. She got the White Rabbit. These are so adorable. She got the White Rabbit, and they each come with the stamp, of course, the stamp, and they come with a little collectible card. We all need collectible cards. Where'd I put my other two collectible cards? I'm gonna put them cards in a thing. Just a minute, let me show you. Just hold your horses. I'm gonna put them in one of them pages that holds baseball cards, and I'm gonna make myself a one of them, whatever we call them. And then this one is called I Gave You My Heart. Oh my goodness gracious me. Look at her, how cute. See, that's her little card. She's so cute. And I'm coloring them. I'm putting them just on a I can't remember how much I paid for these. Oh, excuse me, but they were like half price. This one's called You Brought Me Life. Wealth. You Brought Me Love. Look how cute. Oh my gosh. I love them. And what I'm doing is I'm coloring them on I cut out pieces of paper 2.5 by 3.5. And and that's what I'm coloring. I stamped them on, and that's what I'm coloring them on. Of course, my coloring isn't as pretty as that, but I'm I'm gonna work on them. I'm gonna put edges and stuff on them. I might cut them out. You never know. But for right now, I'm just coloring them. And this one, oh, my thumb. Still complaining about my thumb. This one is called Poppy Wood. Look at her, how pretty. Oh my gosh, I love them. I love them. They're so cute and they're so little. And I'll use them on cards and on embellishments. And then this one here is Susan. You are going to love this one. Susan's my foxy friend. This one is called, yeah, this one's called the Fox. You see that? She's got a little foxy tail. And she's got little foxy ears. Yep, she's adorable. She is just adorable. Now, why did that do that on my computer? Why did it go ding-a-ling on my computer? I don't know. I'm assuming it's still doing what it's supposed to be doing. Okay, that was the fox. And then this one's called New Heights. New Heights. Wait till you see this. See, she's standing on a stack of books. And they call her New Heights. She's beautiful. She is just beautiful. I should be cutting. See what I'm going to do. What I do is I cut all these foldovers off this. Up your time. But and then slide these in here, and then they'll just store perfectly, just like that. And then this one is called. This one, like I said, I couldn't decide. I couldn't decide which one I wanted. Good thing they come in a small package. Then the hubster doesn't know that it was a big price. Well, this one's called Fairy Lights. And see, she's holding on to some little lights. Isn't she beautiful? I love these little stamps. Oh, I said that already. I do repeat myself a lot. You have to excuse me for such nonsense. But I do repeat myself a lot. But at least, you know, the cat doesn't have my tongue or nothing like that. So, okay, and then this one is called The Getaway. So I haven't even opened all of these. I'm keeping the little pictures out because I'm going to put them in the thing. Look how cute she is. She's got a beautiful dress on, and look, she's got a rocking horse behind her. Isn't she gorgeous? That one's called The Getaway. See, they're just collectible cards that you get with each one called The Getaway. All right, cut this off here. I guess I shouldn't do this right now. I should do this later, not while I'm on national TV being watched all the way around the world twice. Oh, man. Go back in there. Why you want to go back there? Okay, there. And then this one is called Forget Me Not. That's the name of my book I'm making. I'm making another journal, and it's called the Forget Me Not. And but look at her. Oh, that didn't cut it. Look at her. She has got a teddy bear. See, she's got a teddy bear she's holding. Forget Me Not, and a ribbon down by her. A ribbon down by her feet. Down there. That's a Forget Me Not girl. Okay, let's see. And then I could not pass up this one. Oh, this Puddle of Love. This one's called. Puddle of Love. This place is called Stamping Scrapping, or it says Stamping Scrapping on the return address. They don't put a packing slip inside the envelope. Let me see. I think nope, there's no packing slip. This one is called Puddle of Love. Look how cute with the umbrella or umbrasol, whichever you want to call it. And but scrapping and stamping. Wait a minute. Did I say oh, stamping, scrapping? You know what I'll probably do is I'll find the link and put the link in case any of you are interested in checking out to see what they have on sale. But you'll have to go back like every week to check out and see if there's anything that you want. Because I'm just going to go every week. And this is my new diet plan. Because if I don't have the money to buy food, because I spend it on craft supplies, then I will lose weight. So it's my diet plan. This is called the Pretend Friend. And look, she's got a little fox with her. And she's called the Pretend Friend. She is so adorable. They're all so cute. All they have on their little faces is their eyes and their rosy cheeks. They're so cute. Oh, and then this one. This one is called Little Red. Look, you see, she's got like a little Red Riding Hood cape, and she's got a red apple and a red hairband in her hair. Isn't she beautiful? I love them strapped socks. I love them strapped socks. Those are adorable strapped socks. See if I cut these flaps off of here, then these just will slide in and out easier. That's what they said anyway. And then I have this one. Oh, this one is to die for. This one says, on top of the world, she's called. On top of the world. And look, she is sitting on a telephone line with her birds. Isn't she just adorable? She is just adorable. So that one is called On Top of the World. Yeah, I hope I don't forget. I'll put the link. And she charges $8.99 for shipping. That's the only thing. But no matter what your order is, it's $8.99. So if you ordered one of these or one of her items, or if you order 100 of her items, the shipping is $8.99. Now then, there's this one, and it's called Perfect Love. P-U-R-R-R-R-R-R-F-E-C-T. Perfect Love. And what do you think she's got with her? Look at her with her little kitty. She always has, oh no, this time she's got stars on her socks. A lot of her socks are striped, but this one she's got stars on her socks. It makes me think of Peppy Longstockings. You ever read any of them stories, Peppy Longstockings, back in the olden days? Yeah, it makes me think of Peppy Longstockings. So anyhow, I'm just going to continue to color. Well, I don't know how long I'll continue to color, but I'm just going to continue to color these to get a bunch of them done. And then, until I get bored with it, and then I'll start coloring and doing something different. But I won't stoop so low as to washing dishes. Okay, wait a minute. Now here, this one says, I found my family in a book. This one is, I found my family in a book. And look how cute. In the book, see the book is on the floor there? And she cut out her family. I found my family in a book. That one is so adorable. And I must say, that's the last one. And so then, I think these are just adorable. So, yeah, just cut that off so it's open up there. Then I can just slide these in there. And then I have this bag, this brown paper bag. It's a heavy bag. It had a top on it with a handle. It had this top on it. I bet you that. I bet that just cut off one. Oh, I should have done that because I touched my keyboard. Oh no, it's still going. Yeah, it's still going. It's amazing the way I mess things up sometimes. Okay, so anyhow, this was just like this little bag because it's kind of heavy. And so I just cut that top off of that bag. And then I can put all these stamps. I didn't cut off all my doohickeys. I'll cut off my doohickeys later. But see, so I'll put all my stamps, see. And that doesn't look like much when they're all in the bag. It doesn't look like I spent that much, does it? So it's a pretty good expenditure when it doesn't show. You know, big things, they show up. I bought, you know, I did buy, I'm waiting for it, should come any day, is I bought one of them Tim Holtz glass mats that you can put down. I'll have to clean that much space off on my desk so it'll fit. But it should be coming anytime because it was released. It was supposed to be released, I think, on 20th. I think. Maybe 21st. I hope. But see, then they all fit right in there. It's so pretty. They just fit in my little bag. Then I can just sit them over here in my spot. But that's what I bought. And that's what I bought, and that's what I'm coloring. So coloring, it's very relaxing. Coloring drawers. Now I'm going to find one of those little, I think I know where they are, my little baseball card holders that I put ATCs in. Look how pretty. I love these. I love these so much. These are so gorgeous. So gorgeous. I love them. And so I just love their little faces. And all their faces are is just the two little eyes and rosy cheeks. You could put a smile on them, I guess, if you want to. But it just keeps them like a mystery if you don't do that. If you don't do that part. So, so anyhow, let me tell you what I was doing. You know what I did yesterday? You will not believe this one. Yesterday was the first time in my whole life that I went and had a pedicure on my feet. Usually I don't take my feet anywhere in public because the reason is because I think they're ugly. Now I didn't always have ugly feet. Look at this move here. My feet, they're getting all this grime looking. They always look dirty even right out of the shower because of my old age. Now some old age people still have beautiful feet. I know that because I was seeing some old age people yesterday at the pedicure place or the nail spa, and their feet looked really pretty. Mine, on the other hand, looks like I spilt splattered brown paint on them and stuff. And my legs, halfway up my legs, has got the same ugliness on it. And but oh man, I was in heaven. I said to myself, well, not to myself, because I just talked to the lady that was on one side of me, and then my daughter was on the other side of me, because she took me. I was mostly talking to the strange lady. Well, she wasn't strange. She was just a stranger. Well, now she's not a stranger anymore because now I talked to her for 3 hours sitting in that chair. And they have like this remote control thing for the chair, so you can have different kind of massages on your back. I said, "Oh my gosh, this must be the kind of chairs they have in heaven because them chairs, oh man, I did not want to leave." My daughter said, "My gosh, I didn't know there'd be this much of weight." I said, "Don't be complaining about the weight. We're just sitting here playing with these chairs, and it's worth the wait." And so, yeah, we were there for a couple of 3 hours because they had a lot of people there, and they got these Chinese folks or Oriental of some sort of folks. I couldn't understand them talking because they talk different than I do. They talk to each other a lot, though, but they've got the magic fingers going on. When they start massaging your feet and your legs, and then they got this like giant cheese grater that they grate your, I guess, calluses and stuff off of your feet. And oh man, that feels good. That feels good. That feels good stuff. That's good stuff right there. When you have them polish your feet like that. And then I'd show you my toes, but you can't see my toes because they're under they're at the end of my legs, way all the way at the bottom of my legs. And they're all the way at the bottom of my toes and everything. But so and I can't lift them up to show you. Maybe I can. Just a minute. I wonder if I can lift my feet up. Just a minute. 1 foot. I might be able to lift 1 foot. And I gotta color her arms first. Coloring her little arms. Look at her little bunny. Her little bunny wants her to pick her up. I'm coloring today with just Sharpie markers. I like the Sharpie markers. But then these, for the face colors and stuff, I've got Julie Nutting watercolor pencils. So I can actually take these, see how it looks a little blotchy? Her little skin there. Once I don't have one of my water pens here, water brushes. I don't know where I put them. Of course I don't know where I put them. I don't never know where I put anything. You know what? I lost my needle book. My needle book is huge. It's this big. And it's about this thick. And it's this big. I don't know where I put it. I put it somewhere. Well, of course I put it somewhere. But I put it somewhere where it would be, where I would always know where it is. Because I shouldn't keep things all stacked up. But I'm beginning to believe just keeping my stuff stacked up is a better organization method for me because then I can find it. But yesterday at the Walmart, I bought more needles because I got yarn darners, I got doll needles, and tapestry needles because they all had big holes in them that I can put yarn in and heavy stuff. Because I took this. See, I just keep stuff piled up. See, I had made this, woven this, but then I took the big needle and my this here, hemp cord, 10-pound hemp cord. So I did that, and then I just kind of stitched this painted denim to the back side of this woven fabric. Now, well, it was just a weaving, yarn and stuff, fabric and ribbon. I just woven, I wooved it together. And but this is going to somehow start a cover on a journal. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to add to it and where. But I'm going to get it finished, and then I'm going to list it on my Etsy store and see if anybody's goofy enough to buy it. They might, you never know. I've had some people that bought my stuff before that I didn't think anybody would buy, and then they buy it. It just tickles the fancy out of me. But anyway, yeah, that's what I did with the knee. That's why I needed them big needles with the big eyes, so I could just borrow stitch around. Yeah, let's see if I can get my foot up here. Just a minute. Just a second. Let me see. See them purple toenails? Glitter. See them ugly feet? How they got all them brown splotches? How my legs got all them brown splotches? Does anybody have that problem besides me? That's my foot. Purple glitter nail polish. They polished that on for me so I would be beautiful. And that's my foot. Okay, so that's my foot. Now, so anyhow, I'm sure that all of you are so thrilled now that you have seen my foot. Oh, you know what I was going to do on this one? I didn't do this. I wanted to make some, spots on her dress. I wanted to enhance this dress. Oh, we can't forget that. To enhance her dress with little spots. And because that does make it more beautiful. I don't muchly make things match, like matching colors and stuff. I don't worry about that too much. See, now that looks better with the little spots. Isn't she just beautiful? She is just as precious, precious, precious. And so I'll like you could make a background for these, or you could put them on a tag and decorate them around with flowers. Oh, there is just so much. Now, what color does the bunny rabbit want to be? I think she wants to be yellow. Yellow. She wants to be a yellow bunny rabbit. And now, I also, oh, I also have this issue. Well, it's not my issue. It's my grandson's issue. What time is it? Oh, 20 minutes and 17 seconds I've been running my mouth. Now, let me tell you about my grandson's issue. My grandson is in prison up in upstate New York. Now, when it comes to guns, there are strict, very strict gun laws in some states. New York is one of the states that has got very strict gun laws. I'm going to make her have a pink too. Um, and so my grandson, my, no, she got a purple tail. My grandson, he's been through some difficulties in his little short life. He's 22 years old, and he's been through some difficulties because because he has, he's had some difficulties in his life. A few months ago, he was so excited because they were going to have a baby, and his wife had, well, his significant other already had two children, but now they were going to have one of their children. Well, the little baby, while still unborn, started growing this tumor on her, on the baby. Well, the tumor turned out to be a horrible thing. And so by the time she was about 7 months pregnant, she had to, they gave them the choice of, well, they had a choice, but one of the choices was to put a needle, inject something into the baby to stop the heart because the baby's going to die anyway. And then to do like a, you know, they did, they did whatever the Pitocin thing to make her go into labor and give birth to the baby. Well, the first, after they did do the injection and the heartbeat stopped, then they sent them home because they had to make funeral arrangements and things like that. And then they went back on the following Monday, and that's where they induced labor and she gave birth to their little baby. And she was such a beautiful baby. But my grandson was heartbroken. He just was absolutely heartbroken that their baby didn't survive. And so, but he was doing good. He's going to work and he was understanding that there could be more babies and there's a reason for everything. But Father's Day, he kind of lost it. Father's Day was not good. He was at like a picnic, cookout with some friends, and they were drinking beer, which you drink beer, and what happens? You get mouthy. And so my grandson said at that time, okay, now he's all discombobulated. And so he said he was just going to shoot himself. There's no reason to live if his baby couldn't live, he couldn't. Okay, that was his attitude. And so he went back home to his apartment and he had the gun. Now, he did not have any ammunition or anything, but he had a gun. It was an old antique something. And so then there was some screaming going on in their house because both of them were drinking and whatever. I don't. And so the neighbors then they called the sheriff's department because they said there was screaming and there was talking about shooting and all this kind of stuff. And so the sheriff's department went up there and they asked Timmy, "Do you have a gun?" And Timmy said, "Yes." He said, "What do you plan to do with the gun?" He says, "I wasn't going to do nothing but shoot myself." He tells this to the police. And so he got arrested for possession of a weapon, possession of a firearm, something like that. And so he went to jail for that on Father's Day. And so they kept him in jail until his court hearing or something. And then they told him that most likely if he went to a hearing, if he went to a trial, that most likely he would get like 15 years for possession of a firearm. But if he took a plea bargain, he could just be for 4 years in prison. So he took the plea bargain and now he's going to be in prison for 4 years. So they moved him up to the big man's prison. He's 22 years old and he's got such a face on him. He's so cute. And so he's going to be there for 4 years for the possession of the weapon. You can't even have them. You can't have them just laying around your house or nothing. Maybe if he didn't say that he was going to use it on himself, I don't know if that would have made a difference. But he said he was going to use it on himself. And so he's now like in prison. And but the thing is, at the prison that he's up there in New York, they do not they do not supply your clothing and stuff. Some prisons they just make you wear these orange jumpsuits and stuff. But here, family up there where he's at, here I'm in Florida and he's all the way up in New York, in New York, up there by Syracuse. And so I'm the only one that's been trying to stay in contact with him with letters and stuff and trying to send him things. So first I sent one box that had undies, t-shirts, socks, deodorant, soap, towel, wash rag, those kind of things, like daily need things. And plus I sent him like some art supplies, like coloring books, coloring books, colored pencils, drawing paper, paint, watercolor paints. I sent him a bunch of stuff. Well, out of that box, they allowed him to have the t-shirts, the deodorant, and the bar soap. I think that was it. Oh, and he got the coloring pencils and the color book and the paper. Everything else he couldn't have because it was all of it was like the 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 underwear were the wrong color because you can't wear gray or black or blue or brown. I think those are the four colors you cannot have because that's the same colors that the correction officers have. So you can't wear the same colors that the correction officers have. It did say you could have black socks, so I sent 12 pair of black socks. He couldn't have the socks because of the fabric they were made out of. They have to be 100% cotton. So I, so they said they were sending them back, but they never did come back. And so they got a whole box full of stuff. He couldn't have the paints. He couldn't have because he could have made a weapon out of the paintbrush. And he couldn't have the paints. I don't know why he couldn't have paints. He couldn't have the socks. He couldn't have the towel because it was blue, and the wash rag was blue. He couldn't have that. And the underdrawers, he could not have them because they were gray and blue. And this stuff ain't cheap, you know. But and that's the same color that the the um the gray and blue. Those was two of the colors on the list that you can't wear. Well, I didn't think it meant underwear. I would have thought it meant underwear because you don't see their underwear and then you don't see the correction officer's underwear. So I don't know why that would cause a problem, but yeah, and they couldn't have a blue towel because it was blue. And so then I went on. So they haven't sent that box back to me. I'm going to call the prison today because I'm going to talk to somebody. I don't know who I'm going to talk to, but so then, because I did call the prison to just to kind of find out what in the world can I send him to wear so he doesn't like freeze to death. And so they sent me a paper. Well, they sent me 21 sheets of paper in my email that I could read. Well, yeah, that didn't help me a whole lot, but it did say on there that I could send straight from Amazon. So I went to Amazon and trying to find underwear that are 100% cotton and none of the colors that the guards wear is like trying to find a needle in the haystack. So I did finally find two shirts, got them red ones, He did, and he did get the shirts. He called me and said they let him have the shirts, but they wouldn't let them have the underwear again. He couldn't have the underwear because the underwear that on Amazon it said it was a package of just green underwear. I said, okay, he can wear green, so this will be fine. And so, I ordered them. Well, he couldn't have the underwear because they weren't just green. One pair was green in the package. The other three pair were the other colors. Were the colors that are not, they're contraband. You gotta be careful of them underwear. And so he's still roaming around with no underwear. Here, he said one of the other inmates did give him a pair of underwear. He's got to wash them out every day. And so he's come in there 4 years. So I'm gonna call him today. I did buy more underwear and socks at Walmart yesterday, and I'm gonna call today before I mail them. Before I get them ready to mail, I'm gonna call and see who I can talk to and read the ingredients because they don't. You can't get 100% cotton underwear because in the elastic there's going to be some spandex or latex or something to make it stretch to hold them on your butt. Otherwise, they're not going to stay on. Oh, yeah, I'm telling you. I know you don't want to hear this, but I just need to complain. I mean, yes, he had a gun, and he shouldn't have had the gun. It wasn't registered to him. Oops, I don't know. And so, yeah, he's got to pay, I guess, for 4 years. He'll be 26 years old when he gets out of prison because he had that gun. He doesn't have the gun anymore because they impounded it or whatever they call it. They took the gun. They even said, "Are you sure you were holding on to the gun? You had it in your hand." He goes, "Yeah, I did. I had it in my hand." I think if he didn't say I ran, he might have been okay, but not locked up right now. But he's locked up tighter than a drum. He's in the prison, and so yeah. So I'm trying to get him some stuff to wear. At least they did let him have his long sleeve like thermal shirt. 'Cause it's still cold up there in New York. I'm not worried about him freezing. And his mother and father are not sending him things like, they're just not. I won't complain that they're not. They're not trying to help him. Maybe they just don't have the money. I don't know. But yeah, I trying so hard. Has anybody got anybody in prison that you got to send stuff to? And then you can't get nothing sent to them? Then I don't know what if they don't send it back home. Where does that go to? I'm wondering where all that stuff, because I sent a big box. It was like $35 just to send this box to him. And I filled that box up with stuff. But no, he wasn't able to have it. They said no. They said, nope, you can't have this, you can't have this, you can't have this. And so, yeah, that's my complaint of the moment. I guess I shouldn't complain. I guess I shouldn't air my dirty laundry. Is this called airing your dirty laundry? It might be airing your dirty laundry. But that's my boy. That's my Timmy. My little guy that used to spend the night with Grandma on the weekends, and I'd make him a pallet on the floor. And he was scared of the dark, so I'd leave my little house. I have a little Christmas house, and I would leave that lit, plugged in, so that the little lights inside the house were like his night light, so he wouldn't be scared of the dark. That was when he was like 8, 9 years old. Yep. And to grandmas, your little grandchildren are always your little grandchildren. My Timmy, I love him so much. And yep, 4 years, which they take the time off for served or something like that, time off served. So he's been in jail ever since Father's Day. So that might be almost a year now that he's already served or something. But he does have classes. He's going to like technical classes and stuff. So that's good. And he says he's not like in a cell, like locked in, because he is in the mental health section of the jail, of the prison, and Marcy, New York, that's prison. But he's in that section, and so which, yeah, I don't know if but he said he's in like a pod that's got 6 inmates in it, and they're all young, and none of them are in there for any bad. I mean, they're bad. That's why they're in prison. But there's none of them that are in there for anything like murder or anything like that. And nobody's like lifers. There's no lifers in there. So, so that's good. That's good. That's good to know. That makes me. And he says, they're that and they're pretty nice. He said the other inmates are pretty nice. He said they're not like troublemakers or anything. They're all in there for some silly little stupid choice they made, and that's why they're in there. And so he's made like some friends in there. Since he's gonna be in there so long, good grief. And I sent him money so to put like on his account on a because they've got like a gift shop. Well, actually, it's not a gift shop. They don't have gift shops in prison. And when I said that to the guy I was talking to, because I asked him, I said about the money that they need to buy stuff from the gift shop. And he says, well, it's not actually a gift shop. I said, yeah, I know, but it's like where they buy their toothpaste and stuff. He goes, yeah, they call that the commissary. I go, oh, okay. Well, then I continue to call it the gift shop because I could not remember the word commissary. So I just called it the gift shop. But so I send him money. I sent $50 up there so he'd have money on his account that he could go buy toothpaste and stuff. But they charge before they give him the $50, or put it on his account, they first take money out of that $50 to pay on his charges, on his bill. He's got a bill because he had to have some, like a DNA test, and then there's like a gate fee, whatever that is, to go through the gate, I guess. But they charge the inmate, and so it goes on their bill, and so they take a percentage. If family sends them money, they take a percentage of that to go on their bill. And like sending the clothing back home that doesn't fit, or I mean that's like doesn't fit their descriptions, then that goes on their bill too for the shipping. And so, man, they can get in debt in there. But he does have a little job. He sweeps and mops, and he gets 10 cents an hour for that. And so then that goes on his commissary. He can use that in the gift shop. And which that's good because that's these would be so cute. If I were to cut these out, I just thought of this, and put little wings behind them, and they would make a fairy, like a fairy. Wouldn't that be very nice? That would be very nice. And yeah. But anyhow, well, I'll quit complaining now. But I hope none of you all will ever have anybody in prison, because it is sad. It is sad, and to know that for that long he's going to be there. He's going to, and then when he gets out, they get out on some kind of a release that makes him have to stay in the state. But we don't want him to stay in the state. We want him to come back to Florida. His significant other has already moved on with another gentleman friend. So he has nobody up there. There's there's a couple of friends that he's got, because when him and his father lived up there years ago when he was going to school, he still has some friends from school. So he's not like friendless. He's got, but that's not, it's not like family. So hopefully he'll be able to come to Florida, and hopefully I'll still be alive and kicking, where he can come here and be with me, because he's my boy. That's my Timmy. And he's had a really rough life. His right life has been real rough. We're not going to go into that because that's sad. It'll make me cry. And but he was finally, now that he had gotten out on his own, he was doing really, really good. Well, maybe not. I don't know. He went back to New York thinking that things would definitely be better in New York than they were here. That's just what, like, when he called me yesterday. At least you got a place to stay for 4 years. Government has to support you and give you a home and heat your home and give you some food. He says, yeah, I guess I need to be grateful for that. And I said, yeah, I need to be grateful for that. And so that's my Timmy, 22 years old. He turned 22 in August, and he was already in prison then. So he was 21 when he went in prison. Just the beginning of his adult life. And now for 4 years, he goes, I will not go back here again. There is no way I'm going to go back there again. I said, I know you won't. He won't go back there again. What color should I make her rabbit? She needs to have, it's going to be a yellow rabbit. But this isn't yellow. This is green. Oh, that's yellow over there. Okay, I'm going to make him a green head and a green tail. Probably if I had my glasses on, I wouldn't be colorblind. This is probably the most boring video I have made. If any of you actually stay on this video till the very end, leave me a comment and say, I stayed on the video till the very end. Yeah, just let me have a comment from you and say that you stay, because I'm fixing to turn this thing off now. Maybe clear off my space. Maybe go make myself a cup of coffee. Because I got to get out of this down mood that I've just put myself into. Sometimes I just put myself into down mood when I think about my old grandson. But these little girls here, I love these. So check out that website. I mean, I don't have a clue as to who they are or anything, but just to save money, there might be something in there that you might see that you want. Like, I didn't think I wanted these little cute little stamps, but now I'm glad I got them. But yeah, I gotta get my little bitty cutting out scissors. But I think if I were to like just fussy cut them out and put like little wings behind them, I like fussy cut. I just think it is just fussy cutting is like calming. I get like greeting cards, like used greeting cards, and I fussy cut the image out off the front of the card, and some have on the inside of the card, and I just cut the image out and or the images out of magazines, and I like doing that. And when you get like junk mail, oh man, the awesome images you can get on the junk mail, just cut them out. And it's amazing how you can use, I mean, such awesome things in making embellishments or adding to your journals or adding to new cards that you're making. But I think that if I have a bunch of different girls, how many of them do I have? I think I got 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 different girls. Yeah, I could make a real cute little fairy book. Just with fairies and gnomes and unicorns and everything that is real. Fairies, unicorns, gnomes, everything that is real. Little gnome houses. That would be fun. This is how I spent my retirement. Who would have ever thunk it? That is the way to spend your retirement, making fairies and gnomes and believing in fairies and gnomes and unicorns. So, anyway, my thumb is still not healed, so be sure and remember poor Lizzie and her thumb. It hurts. See that right there? Hurts like the dickens. Now see, that's pretty. Well, I still need to cut around her hair, but I need to get my littler scissors. And then, see here, I cut around. Okay, that's it. I'm done being real goofy. Okay. Thanks for listening to me. Thanks for listening to me. And yeah, you're kind and sweet and adorable for listening to me go on and on and on. Especially if you're still on this video after 58 minutes and 50 seconds. Um, I'm gonna now read my wisdom cards. I gotta have a positive affirmation, especially thinking on my negative thoughts. Okay, I forgive myself for any wrongdoing. Guilt never makes anyone feel better, nor does it change a situation. I now stop feeling guilty and I let myself out of that prison. I am my own unique self. Everyone is unique and different. If we are like other people, then we are not expressing our own specialness. That's a good one. Express your own specialness. Don't try and be like someone else. My income is constantly increasing. Money is energy, and in exchange of services, How much I have depends on what I believe I deserve. All right. Now, I think about myself. I'm not homeless. You know, I'm not a billionaire. I'm not homeless. Okay. That was our positive affirmations today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for listening to me rattle on and complain and gripe. I just have to sometimes unload, and I feel like you all are my friends. So, um, yeah, thanks. Thank you for that. And God bless you. I love you, and I'll see you on the next video. May God watch over you every step you take, every move you make. Excuse me. And I will see you on the next video. God bless.